Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to have my precious friend, Michael Tyrrell, with us today. And he is the creator and owner of Wholetones Healing Frequency Project. I know that you may have heard me mention it before. And so this is such a treat and privilege because Michael is swamped. He's super busy with some new projects coming up. But I want to talk with him today. I'm going to introduce you guys to him right now. He's coming to us live from Florida, sunny state of Florida. So hi, Michael. Thanks for joining.
Hey, it's great to be with you.
Yeah, it's so great to see you. So let's just jump right in because I know you're super busy. Tell everyone, this online course is talking about the stress effects. So we're looking at how stress impacts the body, our mindset, really just our lives in general, and how that can continue to cause long-term effects on the body as well. So tell us, what have you seen as far as the effects of stress, personally, professionally? You know, how do you see it as impacting our lives every day?
Sure. It's kind of multifaceted because the stressors are all around us, between what's happening in the ionosphere, EMFs, everything to issues we're dealing with, interpersonal issues, lack of sleep. All these things wreak havoc on your hormones, for one. And I can personally say that I noticed especially cortisol being an issue with me during, extreme season of stress, if you will. And unfortunately, cortisol for a lot of us ends up around our midsection, which is the last place that we want to see it. So I was just got back from New York, actually, and spent some time with Dr. Oz, and he made an amazing statement that is so elemental but so important. He said, so we talked a little bit about stress, oxidative stress as well, but he said, and I quote, it doesn't matter what supplements you're taking or what allopathic prescriptions you're prescribed. If you're not getting 6 to 8 hours a night of quality sleep, your body cannot heal. And he emphasized cannot. And that's really, we forget that the body, by design, by the creator, was made to work synergistically with itself and to heal itself given the right environment. So to get to homeostasis now is nothing like it was in the 1700s. It's a full-time job just for us to put our bodies back into a place where we have the least amount of dis-ease and the least amount of stress. But especially in all the testimonials that I received, stress seems to be the number one issue.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, which is one of the reasons why I was so passionate about putting this course online, because I don't think people understand really how stress impacts us on so many levels of our body. And one of the things that I tend to see with people who are very stressed out, including myself, is that we tend to gravitate toward negative thoughts. We start focusing on the things we don't want in our life, maybe whether it's pain or the things that are happening around us, the things we can't control, or whatever it is that is stressing us out, and we focus on those instead of what we do want or what we do want to feel. And then these can, in exchange, create a lower frequency in our body. Yes. So you know a lot about frequencies. Would you talk a little bit about how those impact us?
Absolutely. Especially with what you said about trying to push away things that you don't want or focusing on the things that you don't want. When you do, then you just make more of that happen. It's inevitable. It's part of the milieu of our mind. That's why every thought is important. And people say, well, why are thoughts important? It's simple. Every thought, every word, every component, animal, vegetable, or mineral, our ability to speak right now via the computer, our ability to exchange words that go into our ears, all of those things are impossible without frequency. So you can say without regret that everything is frequency and everything has a resonant frequency. So if what you're resonating with is a low frequency, or what we would call, in the 3 phases of frequency, like body, mind, or spirit, the low hanging fruit, the physical stuff that pisses us off and gets us anxious, and why do I always find bills in my mailbox? The perfect example was that I, after us knowing each other for years, one day I just woke up and said, it stops today. I'm not doing that. That's the money box. I renamed my mailbox the money box. And I started expecting, my intention in the morning was, I'm going to go out to that box and somebody's going to send me something. Every day, check, a bill here and there, but checks that offset. So I just realized that with frequency being that important, and your thoughts, if you allow yourself to get into a cycle where your thoughts are constantly negative, then guess what? I mean, we have friends that we could talk about, but we won't because they might be watching, but they're constantly having trouble with interpersonal relationships. They don't have any friends. They're always griping and they're always blaming everyone else. Well, the problem is that what they're thinking is what they're manifesting. And what they're manifesting when they get near you is, oh my God, this is Debbie Downer on steroids. Who wants to hang out with that? We're looking for what would bring us up. I used to call it helium when we knew each other in Nashville, but people are always looking for helium. They want my gas. They want to feel good. So if I feel good and I'm around you, you're going to feel good. I'm going to bring you right out of it, right? Yeah. And so in order to be able to do that, then we have to operate at a higher frequency. And that really works when I know that I've been, like, I did one at 9 this morning. 9, I'm usually in REM sleep. I already did a 2-hour radio interview this morning, and I feel great right now. But my intention before bed was I looked at the whole of it and I thought, it's going to be a long day, but I'm going to be great. I'm going to have a great day. And I woke up before the alarm, like 5 minutes before the alarm went off. My head's clear. I feel good. So we have to, I think that the 3 things that were the biggest that I heard this year in my quiet time was intention, execution, transformation. Those 3 things. You have to intend it, and you have to intend what you really want. And then part of what comes out of that intention is you executing that by saying it, doing it. It's like somebody said, like, when you go to the car lot, how come you always come home with a car? Well, because that's why I went to the car lot. People sit, pray, and say, God, give me a new car. And they expect like this giant like package to come down from outer space and there to be a new car in their driveway. Or you can go on the lot and then God can set up a supernatural situation where that car is affordable and everything works and you drive away with it. But I intended it.
Yeah.
Just like I intend the people that are listening to you in our broadcast today, I intend them to get well because God's blessed you with a gift to help them get there.
Yeah, well, and we are what we think about, whether it's good or bad.
All the time. And whatever we say is a seed. Yes. So even people that go through a period, they go, but I'm thinking happy thoughts now, but you planted crap 2 months ago. That stuff's going to come up. That crap's going to harvest. And then the next stuff will come up behind it that's beautiful. Yeah. But we do this ourselves. We can't blame anybody else. We plant the seeds.
Yeah. Well, and it's tricky too when you've been stuck in that stress cycle for so long and your condition, your subconscious mind kind of takes over and is an autopilot, and you have these negative things coming out of your mouth. Sometimes you don't even realize it. And I'm guilty of that. And I teach about this all the time, and I'll have friends that will catch me. You're talking about what you don't want, not what you do want. And so that happens. And part of that, is also everything that we feed ourselves and our food and what we surround ourselves with, the people we surround ourselves with, and the music we listen to. So I want to talk about Wholetones, the Healing Frequency Project, because this is taking frequency and music and using it to help our bodies to heal themselves, because our bodies respond to frequencies. I mean, they're using frequency now, even in modern medicine and hospitals, they're using frequencies. And we're seeing a lot more of this, even, with essential oil movement. Essential oils have a certain frequency, flower essence, all these beautiful things are given in this creation to help heal our bodies. So tell us, what is Wholetones? How do you use those frequencies, and how this is helping people with stress and sleep and just their bodies getting to a place of homeostasis?
Great. To make a very long story as short as possible, Wholetones was a discovery by subtraction, meaning some of the greater things that happen to us and some of the discoveries that are really noteworthy and that have a long shelf life are found by a question or by subtraction. So Wholetones was discovered basically by not being able to get a straight answer to a question of why do we tune in the US to the note A equals 440 hertz. A very long story, but when I found out there was actually a nefarious reason behind that, and that it does exactly the opposite of what we're shooting for, everything about what you're talking about, it interrupts the circadian rhythm of the human body, so it puts us in a stressful situation, even though it's beautiful. So I had to go about finding a way how to transpose this tuning center and make it to where not only would it make stress go bye-bye, but it would also help you on a cellular level. It would actually do something in vitro. So long story short, I came up with a very small in the area of numerically a shift from 440 hertz to 444 hertz. When I did that, everything changed. And now it's changing in 168 nations today. I have a huge following with holistic veterinarians and dogs, because dogs and cats love it.
Yeah.
And it does the same thing for them. Breaks anxiety, separation anxiety, the fear of noise, fears, phobias, extreme noise, fireworks on the 4th of July. And so I said all that to say that the number one thing that people say about Wholetones is, when I listen to your music, I'm at peace. The stress just feels like it's melting away. That's what we're going for. If we can get there, then we can take them on the rest of their healing journey. But the open door, or the very first frequency in the Wholetone Healing Frequency Music Project, was created to help people with two of the biggest issues, which is shame and guilt. And they could say, oh, I don't have any shame or any guilt. Well, yes, you do. You can even be ashamed subconsciously about something that you didn't do that you wish you could have done. Mm-hmm. And so the very first opening frequency helps people deal with not feeling worthy to be healed. And if you can deal with that part, then the rest of it's going to happen. And then your body's going to go, oh, you're putting me in a position where I can get better. You're giving me the opportunity of healing, because, again, left to its own device in the proper environment, the body will heal itself for the most part. So Wholetones frequency music is twofold. It's specific frequencies, that's the underlayment or the drone underneath, and then this beautiful music that goes in the top. But the beautiful music is kind of like the spoonful of sugar, and the frequency is the medicine. So the music is a spoonful of sugar that helps the medicine go down and helps people to assimilate this very easily. It's a very simple modality for getting a lot of really good stuff into somebody, because music is like, it's, as you know, you live in Music City. Music is one of the most powerful vehicles for introducing communication of all sorts to the body.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it can be positive or negative.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I am so excited about what your project is doing. It's helping so many people around the world, and it's been incredible just to see our transformations together, as we've known each other for a really long time, and we've transformed through many levels of stress. And still transforming through stress. But I just think that this project is amazing, and there's multiple ones. They have the original Wholetones. There's one for sleep, which I love, Wholetones Lullaby. I just have it playing.
We just sold out of that.
Are you?
I'm like, it's on back order.
Okay, but it's coming back. It's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching this video, most likely you'll be able to get the Wholetones Lullabies. And then you have a Christmas album and several other things.
And Chroma, which is both, which is Chroma turns the television into a chromotherapy lab right in the middle of your living room with DVD and Blu-ray.
That one is amazing. Yeah, I play that a lot. My dogs, to calm them down.
That's my favorite.
They sleep. Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, I appreciate so much you taking time out of your crazy busy schedule. And I'm really excited, because I believe that this is going to be a perfect combination for people who are taking this course and learning how to relax and taking time to meditate and just, put more positive things into their life and increasing the frequencies that they need to help their bodies heal and get better. So I appreciate your time today. Thanks so much, Michael. And congratulations on all your success and all the wonderful people you're helping around the world. And I can't wait to continue to watch you come out with even more, hopefully in the future.
Oh, yeah. I'm working on it now. And I'm excited that you're telling your friends about it. I'm really an advocate about adding it to the toolbox in integrative medicine and with naturopaths and stuff, because I do think it's probably not the one thing, but it's one of the things that people really need to get well.
Yeah, and it's easy. You just play the music, and it's beautiful.
Play, man.
All right, thanks so much, Michael.
All right, have a great day.
Yeah.